Hello again, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I'm Jake, and this is The Light, my channel here. We're talking about all kinds of stuff, but today I want to address the craziness in the markets. Fear and greed index is all the way to the fear side. People are freaking out about inflation, rate hike increases. How fast are they coming? The Federal Reserve with Jerome Powell is turning back the money printer and putting out very hawkish sentiment. People are freaking out. The market's correcting. Bitcoin's fallen by 50% or more of its value since November. And things might be looking like just all doom and gloom. But there's a lot of positive things to look at in the market as well. And projects like SHINJA or Shibnobi holding up pretty well even in this last week of insanity. And things might turn around. You want to keep an eye on things, try to stay positive, keep watching and looking out for opportunities even in the hard times. And that's what we're doing here. So I want to go into the browser and show you what I'm looking at. So here we are in the browser. And I want to start right here on this tab because this is wild. I mean, El Salvador is just grabbing up Bitcoins on the cheap now, around 36K. Of course, there's so much hawkishness as well. And Congress is announcing a hearing on Bitcoin's energy use. People are absolutely freaking out about this and about regulation and everything. There's at the same time big things happening as Grayscale is adding Flex's AMP to a DeFi fund, really amping up their DeFi fund in decentralized finance with altcoins being held by institutional investors as 2022 begins. And we see countries adopting Bitcoin and everything is looking actually quite bullish there with the adoption continuing to increase with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin especially. But the Federal Reserve is very, very, very hawkish and dealing with this hellishly difficult task. So they're trying to figure out how can they lower inflation without causing a recession. I mean, it's crazy, but they've got to do something. So they're probably going to hike rates, and we don't know how fast, but they're pulling back and reducing the amount of money being printed. Money printer doesn't just go brrr and keep spitting out money endlessly anymore. They're going to have to tighten, and yeah, there's a big risk there, but also, while there's a lot of risk, it's looking like it's being priced in. There's a digital currency report, and people have reacted very badly to it. It seems like on the fear and greed index, things are all the way down. They're talking about a crypto ice age maybe as well with rate hikes, and maybe things will be stagnant, and maybe things will continue to just be really bad with cryptocurrency. Who really knows? There's no way to predict it. But Bitcoin now, wow, actually starting to break out a little bit today, is not going to go away. I can say that much for sure. Even if the price continues to drop like it has for last month, 15 days, brutal chart. 6 months, it's still up though. 1 year, it's up. 5 years, it's up, proving that it is a store of value. It definitely has been a hedge, or much more than a hedge. If you were investing in this against the dollar to protect yourself from inflation, it's done more than its job to hedge against inflation on a long-term basis. So there's a lot of the case being proven where Bitcoin is showing its value. It's beginning to really have its day to show itself as a store of value, to try to have some consistency and some strength and to find some support and maybe turn around. And then there's projects like SHINJA that I'm so stoked about still, as well as Algorand and AMP being added to the Grayscale DeFi fund. But I'm excited about projects like SHINJA because of the differentiation. And that's what's going to make any of these things special, is adoption and then differentiation in use cases and utility. Like SHINJA as well, with the differentiation in the trend, that as Bitcoin has just been crashing by 50% of its value from about the inception time of SHINJA, this project has been growing at quite a fast clip, I will add as well. And if we just want to look at, Shibnobi, they're talking about another listing. And right here, this was the Bitmart listing. Now, Probit listing coming up. Actually, 4 listings coming up in the next month. And that's a big deal. And they're also building the Kusari blockchain. They're building the Katana wallet. They're building the Dojo swap, the world's first multi-chain, cross-chain swap for all kinds of cryptocurrencies. And it's a big deal that they're doing that. They're bucking the trend and just continuing to plug away with transparency, nightly AMAs. A little bit of weird rumors as well, as Cliff Fettner and the community have tried to get a lot of attention from Elon Musk. And he had this kind of weird tweet. It wasn't directly about Shinja, but after a Twitter raid, there was this tweet that he tweeted this meme of Evangelion, and essentially here he said, just in this weird meme, maybe that he wants to talk privately to Cliff Fettner, the CEO of Shibnobi. At the same time, it's really just a weird thing. But Cliff Fettner was messaging him on Twitter, getting his attention, saying, hit me up anytime and join me on the AMAs. And they're very straightforward and professional on this team. And so I'm excited about that. I'm not just giving up on my investments either. I'm going to keep my eye on the ball, keep positive, and keep on watching for opportunities and what's differentiating itself, what's building use cases, what's getting adoption, and looking at things like AMP as well, looking at Algorand that's getting a lot of investment and attention from institutions and adoption, and Bitcoin being purchased by El Salvador, just scooping them up, suggests that whole countries are going to rely on this and that it's not going away anytime soon. So I am feeling the pain with all of you as the market has been gnarly, but I'm hoping to see and thinking we might see a turnaround and a new course back to the upside, at least another leg up, and possibly a big alt season coming around here if all crypto and the markets can just get some support, even with the hawkish Fed. And the world's not ending. We're going to be okay. We're all going to make it. So stay positive. And thank you so much, by the way, for joining me here on the channel. I really appreciate all of you. Keep up the great work at everything you're doing. Many blessings to all of you. I'll see you again in the next video. Please do like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you again soon, everybody. Take care.